All right, as I mentioned at the top of the hour, the African Leadership Conference gets underway in Sandton, Johannesburg this morning. The conference is being attended by the clergy, former heads of state, NGOs, women's organizations and traditional leaders. And the aim of the conference is to build a peaceful and prosperous Africa centered on universal values. My co-anchor, Desiree Chauke, is there, and we're crossing now live to her. Hey, Desiree, thank you very much indeed for coming through. You know, we're talking peace, we're talking a sustainable Africa, and one of the main topics of discussion on the African continent is Sudan.
Absolutely, Blaine. The whole world, actually, beyond Africa, needs peace right now. And I have with me right now one of the stakeholders in this event, the Universal Peace Federation. Dr. Walsh, you're the chairman for that organization. Very good morning, and thanks for talking to us this morning.
I'm very happy to be here. We're excited about what we're gathered here for. It's to promote peace. It's to promote dialogue. Let's bring people from all different backgrounds together, different nationalities, ethnicities, races, and religions. Let's talk. Let's promote mutual respect, collaboration. Let's solve problems.
Yeah. There's a perception that this event is about religion. Clarify that for us.
Yeah, to be perfectly clear, this is not advocating a particular religion of any kind. Everyone here, we are pleased and happy that everyone holds firm to their own tradition, but come together in a spirit of cooperation and dialogue, because we need interreligious cooperation as much as we need international cooperation. No advocacy of a particular religion here. Let us affirm the universal common ground that is shared by all the religious traditions. Love your neighbor. Do unto others, the golden rule. Let us cooperate together. Let's be unselfish instead of selfish.
What were the origins of the Universal Peace Federation?
The origins are going back to Korea after the Korean War. Korea was a war-torn country. It was colonized for many years by the Japanese. A lot of suffering, but it has prospered in the last 70 years after it became a nation. So Reverend Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon are the co-founders of the Universal Peace Federation, and they have been kind of providing a guiding vision and inspiration and momentum for this. Reverend Sun Myung Moon passed away in 2012, but Dr. Hak Ja-han Moon is now leading forward this great movement. It spans 150 countries. We have thousands and thousands of ambassadors for peace all over the world who are working together. So it's building momentum. What we're going to do today is going to be launch something we call the International Summit Council for Peace, a council of current and former heads of state who are working together to solve problems. We need to address climate change. We need to address poverty. We need to address conflict. We need to address corruption, family breakdown, problems of our youth, crime and drugs, trafficking. Let's collaborate, work together to solve those problems.
Isn't there sometimes a sense that you're already duplicating what the governments are already doing?
We want to augment and supplement what they are doing. We want to be their partner, their ally. Increasingly, governments, just like the United Nations, they have a whole army of non-governmental organizations that they welcome to affiliate in order to achieve, for example, the Sustainable Development Goals of the UN. Governments alone can't do it. They need people at the grassroots level. That means NGOs, civil society sector organizations, including faith-based organizations. So many Muslim, Christian, Hindu, Buddhist organizations are socially engaged. They're out there working in hospitals, in prison ministries, helping people. Let's partner with the governments. The governments would welcome that. The NGOs and FBOs don't want to take over those roles or compete, neither with one another nor with the governments.
So you're partnering here, but the host is the African Leadership Conference.
Yes.
What is your engagement with them, and what are your thoughts about peace in the sense of the African continent as opposed to peace in the American sense, for argument's sake, which is where you come from, or global peace?
Right. This conference is called the Africa Summit, The Summit Series is the flagship of the Universal Peace Federation's global work. We've had a series of summits here in Africa, in Senegal, late last year in Cape Town. We are planning one in Sao Tome and Principe, other countries in Africa, as well as around the world. So we bring together people to work for peace. We feel strongly that Africa, its time is here. It can not only rise up, but be a model to the world. Africa brings something unique, something special. It's almost been hidden to the world. I think this is something that we treasure and value. So we're so excited about our work in Africa. The response has been great.
Yeah. My studio is telling me that I've got to wrap up. Just what are you hoping to come out of? What will be the significance of the outcomes of this gathering?
One major outcome is the inauguration of the International Summit Council for Peace. This is a council of current and former heads of state. We have about 12 who are gathered here. We will launch this initiative here this morning. This will then be a global initiative. In Korea in 2020, just about 8 or 9 months from now, we will gather in Seoul, Korea on a global level. We expect to have between 100 and 200 current and former heads of state gathered. Let's work in partnership, governments, with civil society, faith-based organizations, parliamentarians, academics, and the private sector for peace. So the outcome.
Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Dr. Thomas Walsh is the chairperson of the Universal Peace Federation. Blaine, it's back to you.